There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go, Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps, Predictions, Sports. Let go.
What's going on, everybody? It's the EVP from the EVP Show, and we are live for the Smackdown recap, April 10th, 2026. Oh my gosh. Where do we start? Honestly, I'm just, I'm not like super hyped. I mean, Raw came out Monday. I felt like Raw was pretty good. Obviously, Roman wasn't there, but still a lot of advancement of storylines stuff, tonight. I mean, I don't know. What's going on, Raymond? Good to see you, brother. Please make sure, make sure if you come in to YouTube, make sure if you guys come like the stream. If you see me live on X, please make sure you retweet the stream as well. I don't know. I talked about this, obviously. So I'm blue in the face, but this whole celebrity thing, like I said, I agree with a lot of things that were said on the interview that I did Wednesday and things that said on social media. Like there's certain people that, do care about the wrestling business and all that, but just don't feel like Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes to me. I mean, we're less than we're a little over a week away from night one. You guys can think The Rock's involved and all that. I don't think he is. I think TKO has got Pat McAfee out there at some sort of bootleg. Corey Hayes put out a really good post on Body Slam. It's just, I don't know. I'm not buying it. I mean, could it be a power struggle with TKO, WWE, WWE? Yeah, but Rock, I don't know. I don't think The Rock has anything to do with this. Like, I just don't. I really don't. I think if he's gonna, if he's gonna get involved in WrestleMania, it has to be something to do with CM Punk. I don't know why everybody thinks he thinks he has to get involved in this Cody shit. CM Punk's the one that called him a fucking what did he call him? He said something. He said something about Roman's cousin being bloated or something like that. A wannabe Hollywood movie star. Because I guess a lot of Rock's movies flopped or whatever. But I don't know. I've heard what everybody said, and I respect everybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. I don't think The Rock's. I don't think The Rock's involved. With this Cody shit. I don't see how it just feels like a whole bootleg knockoff. This show is terrible. WWE is fucking terrible right now. You guys can. I mean, you got to get on and literally get Pat McAfee. Ari Emanuel's got to bring Pat McAfee into this shit to make an announcement on a show to knock 25% off ticket sales. I mean, it's just. I hated not obliterate Punk. Pat McAfee could not hold a candle to CM Punk on the microphone. Let's definitely not kid ourselves there. I mean, he pried a little bit tonight, but he's no CM Punk on the mic. I don't hate Pat McAfee. I mean, I think that Pat McAfee is, you know, I like his show on ESPN. But if you guys agree with what they're doing here for this Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes stuff, like I don't, and that's where I respect everybody's opinion on where this is going. You know, Pat McAfee said a lot of crazy stuff tonight. He had to cuss a lot to kind of get over. Said that Cody was going to go kiss Triple H's ass, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I mean he did. I mean he called Punk out, yeah, for sure. He definitely did. Head to head, he's not gonna be Punk in a promo battle though. I like that Cody said a couple of things that I mentioned, like right when this shit started happening, like I was going through tap fucking how Gunther tapped CM Punk out. He passed out. Like, where did he go? I don't know. For me, this is just a bootleg. He's acting like a bootleg Rock. Saw some reports come out earlier. Obviously, WON. I guess it was Brian Alvarez and Meltzer. I guess I don't know if the plan is Jelly Roll and I mean, it's night one just kind of. I mean, I'm doing my prediction shows. Like, I'm not changing anything up. Like, everything's gonna go as planned. This week's a huge week. Probably still watch WrestleMania, but my excitement level for night one is just. I mean, I'm not saying like I'm confirming like what one put out like about Backlash, but if they're doing Jelly Roll and Cody against Randy and Pat McAfee at Backlash, then we know Randy's winning the title. But Wrestling 101 says Cody's kind of been left to waste every single week. Randy's already touched the damn title, like he literally took it with him. I think Cody shows up. Said it as soon as I saw it happen. I said I think Cody shows up. Pat McAfee. I did fucking tell you guys there's going to be an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I know you were on here, Sean. I said a couple weeks ago in Scoops. I thought maybe it would happen. Yeah, I mean, I said it. Thought it may happen at a pre-show or something on WrestleMania, but they did it. They're doing it the night before. So I definitely called that out. And then the MFTs and the Y6 are going to end their feud in a street fight. I also called that out as well on Scoops. So this is definitely a good way for Royce Keys. Royce Keys, I feel like, is going to end up winning that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Let's get to some comments. We're like flooded in here. I kind of figured I started early because I wanted to try to get this through. Raymond says SmackDown wasn't good. I'm giving it a 5 or 10. I would agree. It's terrible. This was an absolute train wreck. Stampede, I agree with you 100%. I do agree. Plus, I thought Raw was better. Yep, Raw was better. Shout out to DW Content for reposting the stream. You can hate McAfee all you want, he obliterated Punk. I mean, he did, but he's a bootleg Rock. That's all he is. He's trying to act like the final boss, and he's not. So, feels like WrestleMania isn't going to be hyped anymore. I'm not that excited for it. Honestly, I'm really not. I'm not saying head to head he wins. I'm saying he rightfully pointed out the hypocrisy in CM Punk's promo. He did do that. I agree. Then what Cody's gonna have Jelly Roll on his side of Mania? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, I mean that pretty much looks like the direction they're headed. Jelly Roll will be out there helping Cody. Pat McAfee, not the choice. Still prefer Ted DiBiase Jr. Yeah. Well, I don't think that's happening. I think the Rock only gets involved in this Roman Reigns situation. Like I said, I've heard everybody's show, but I'm also entitled to my own opinion as well. And CM Punk's the one that's talking shit about Rock. So I don't know. I feel like I don't think Dwayne's working double duty at WrestleMania. So like Punk's the one that's taking the shots at Dwayne Johnson. So I really feel like if he's gonna get involved, it's gonna be in the night too. I don't see him. I don't see him getting involved in Randy Cody. I don't. So I'll make sure to clip that tonight if it don't happen, because there's been a lot of people. I've seen Twitter spaces full of 800, 900, 1,500 people. Oh, yeah, the Rock's working double duty. It's guaranteed he's getting involved. I don't think so. Corey even puts it. I don't think Rock has anything to do with the storyline. I don't. Feels like Mania's ruined. 25% of Rock and WWE bargain Ben Pat McAfee. Yeah. WWE has officially dropped. What's going on? BSW, I believe. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. WWE has officially dropped the ball. Just Cody Rhodes. Oh yeah, it's dead. The Cody Randy fiasco aside, night one is the better card. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the whole show's ruined. I mean, this is a match we've been waiting on for 2 years. And I don't know. I think they got Lil Yachty involved a little bit too much tonight. Like I said, I don't know. I just a little bit too much with the celebrities for TKO. So, I mean, there are some matches that Seth Rollins, Gunther's gonna cook. Oba Brock, that's gonna cook. I'm sure the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, it's gonna cook. The Demon, Finn, and Dom's gonna cook. But all these celebrities and all these run-ins and all this is just, I don't know, not for it. Ryback was right about WWE, that WWE only had Cena but not built new talents like Riley, Tamina Snuka, and ETC. I always love and support WWE, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton, but this has got to be one of the biggest letdowns in WWE history, and no, I'm not over exaggerating. No, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna do a big WrestleMania predictions show and act like I'm, it's just another day at the office. But man, am I really looking forward to the main event of night one? I'm absolutely not. Do I think Dwayne Johnson's getting involved? I absolutely do not. I don't. I mean, Cody didn't say shit about The Rock tonight. He didn't. CM Punk trashed The Rock fucking 3 or 4 times Monday night. So, I mean, Rock's with the bloodline. I don't know. I don't know how this plays out. It's terrible. It's really terrible. If somehow Cody wins at Mania, then I don't know what Randy is gonna do then. They'll just be a tag team match, or they'll run it back at Backlash. I don't know. Or Pat McAfee can just say, "Oh, I'm a heel. I was lying. Like, I'm not leaving." Like, I mean, that don't mean shit. That line doesn't mean anything. Raw's always almost better than SmackDown. It has been for a while. Yeah, it really has. Will old timers come back would be a disaster. Oh well, get ready for it. I don't hate Pat McAfee as a person. I just don't like him being in the part of. No, I don't either. I mean, I'm a fan of Pat McAfee. What he does, like sports, in sports, I'm just not, not a fan of this, and I don't think that Dwayne Johnson's involved. I don't, and I'm gonna clip it, and make sure I retweet it after night one. I just don't. I don't think he's involved. Now, are we headed toward the TKO versus WWE storyline? That's very possible. But to tell me that a man that they had to call in to sell Elimination Chamber tickets last year is gonna work double fucking duty at WrestleMania this year, and he's filming 2 movies this year. He's filming the last set of the Fast and Furious movies. He's filming a Martin Scorsese movie. He's working double duty this year, so yeah, okay. Keep telling yourself that man's working double duty. So feels like Rowan and Punk is gonna be better. Honestly, the rest of the matches will not. The match card is fine. Like there's a lot of great matches on the card. It's just very disappointing. Night one main event. I think it's just you know. I think we're gonna be able to see a big surprise in the Rhea Jade match. I think somebody big's gonna return at the end of that. I'll talk about that on Scoop Sunday. I'm not gonna give that away right now. I'm sure somebody will report it afterward, but I think we're gonna see somebody show up, return in that Rhea Jade match Sunday. 70 votes to live. We're gonna steal the show. I agree. Unfortunately, I'm not sure which way they're going with it. I think it could go either way. I like to see Liv win, truthfully, because Stephanie's reign just hasn't hit for me. Booking wise, I love Stephanie. She's super great in the ring. She needs a mouthpiece though. So I don't know. It's tough to say who's gonna win because maybe Liv wins and then we get to see the turn of. Cause I do not think that for a second that Roxanne Perez is still with Liv. So maybe we see the turn after WrestleMania and after Liv wins the title. Maybe we get Dom and Liv against Stephanie and against Roxanne and Finn at maybe Backlash or something like that. So, like, what was the point of bringing Pat back for like he doesn't deserve? WWE has made poor like it. Poor I understand it. I really don't. No idea, man. Ticket sales. Ari Emanuel just stepped in. Apparently, according to reports, he said Pat McAfee said no at first, and then went back. So I don't know. He's definitely going to be in his corner. He's on the fucking promo poster. So, But anybody that thinks that Dwayne Johnson working double duty, I don't. You can tag me on X if it happens. I don't care. It ain't. I don't see him involved in the story. I just don't. I'd rather have the mystery call of The Rock. Yeah, if was the direction from the beginning. But I just don't understand. I don't understand what The Rock would have to do with this. I don't. CM Punk's the one talking shit about The Rock. So I don't know. I don't think I think that they got Pat McAfee out there acting like The Rock, but he's not. But I think that's the closest we're gonna get to that. I personally think we're getting TKO versus WWE at War Games with Rock and Triple H on the team. Yeah, that's highly possible. I'm not like I think that 100% is the way that they're running, the direction that they're going. But is Dwayne Johnson going to get involved in both main events? I don't think so. I don't. I just don't. I think that maybe he helps Roman against Punk. But if we're gonna do this WWE versus TKO, then how do we ever get to Rock Roman Saudi? So I don't know. I don't. But the WWE versus TKO, it definitely seemed to be going in that direction. For Survivor Series, Triple H running one team, but Triple H didn't get back in the ring, but The Rock leading the other. Like, what was the point? Okay, I got it already showed that. WWE crowds are getting less attendant ticket price. Yeah, I mean, look, the big announcement tonight on SmackDown. Pat McAfee advertised all day and all yesterday. Oh, big announcement. Everybody's like, oh, Rock's showing up. Rock's showing up every fucking time. Rock's showing up. Rock's showing up. The big announcement was that they're giving 25% off ticket prices. And I'm sure Monday they're going to be another fucking 25% off for night two. I mean, they have, what are they, around 80,000 maybe for 2 nights right now? Just absolutely terrible. People just have just so high, like, expectations. This is so crazy. If TKO versus WWE does happen, I'll definitely be rooting for WWE. Yeah, it's going to be a long power struggle. You don't necessarily what, think Rock shows up both nights? I don't at all. I don't. I mean, is he going to be in Vegas? Yeah. Do I think he gets involved at WrestleMania? Yeah, I do. But I don't think he gets involved in Cody's match and Punk's match. I think it's going to be Punk's. What's going on? CJDO6303. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I don't necessarily think you even need to see Triple H or The Rock if they go TKO versus WWE. All I need to do is put the team together. That's also true. That is also true. But he is going to be in the area for Vegas, so I mean, maybe they have him show up at the end of night two, celebrate with Roman. I don't know. Maybe Roman's part of TKO. But I don't think The Rock's involved in this Cody Rhodes story. I don't. We'll see next Saturday on my WrestleMania Night 1 recap show. So let's go and get started, guys. Thank you, guys. Oh man, I haven't seen this many comments at the beginning of the show, and wow. Thank you guys for that. Make sure you guys, if you are in here watching live, if you guys can, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button on the stream. That helps me out. In the algorithm. Thank you guys for showing up. We have 88 people watching live. I haven't even started talking about the show yet. I really don't see The Rock getting involved with Cody match, but he could be involved with Roman and Punk, but I doubt it. I think he's getting involved in one of them, but I don't think it's going to be both. I do think we get an Attitude Era return during the Cody match. I just don't think it's going to be The Rock. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be The Rock at all in the Cody match. Who are you thinking as far as return? Because I mean, Cody's been beat down every week, and Randy's left with the belt. Wrestling 101 usually says challenger touching the belt. Like, I don't know. I'm not picking Randy. He may win, but I'm not picking him. I still think that. I don't know when Pat McAfee is actually going off to film. What is it? What's the fucking show he's going to film? I don't know. Sean, he said the other day in the stream. Maybe Pat McAfee really keeps talking about if he doesn't win that he's gonna leave. He said it like 100 times. So, Stone Cold. I think Stone Cold lives in Nevada. So you think Stone Cold comes down and cost Cody? It helps Randy. Or Stone Cold comes down and helps Cody against TKO. That's not a terrible idea. I think it's The Rock, though. I don't. You think Stone Cold come down and help Cody? Interesting. I mean, possible. Possible. I think it's going to be an overbooked mess. I think it's absolutely going to be an overbooked mess, 100%. But that's a great idea. So, like, yeah, if it happens, like, obviously, I'll definitely give you that shout out. For sure. Here to listen on CNP clips. I'm more interested in Dynasty this weekend and huge indie events next weekend. Yeah. Appreciate you tuning in. Also, I saw you were in when I interviewed Mona Wednesday. Obviously, huge shout out to Mona once again. We're coming in Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you guys haven't been able to check out that interview, make sure you go in and check that out. It's got close to 100 views on YouTube. So shout out to her for coming in Wednesday and doing that interview before she heads out to WrestleMania next week. Just a couple of quick announcements. Maybe Jacob helps Cody or Drew calls Cody. No, I don't think Drew's going to film a movie, so I don't think Drew's going to get involved. Couple quick announcements. Obviously, next week is going to be a busy week here on the EVP show. It's going to be a 7-day week. We're gonna be having the WrestleMania prediction show. It'll be me and we got a few people in the comments. It's gonna be in the show. It's gonna be me and Sean. Also Stampede, which he's way up here. I'm not sure where he went. Stampede, Carlos, Chris Branson, Michael from the Mob Squad. I believe I said Carlos, but I didn't. Lou, Caleb, Nitro Oblivion, Wrestle Fanatic. We got a lot of people coming on WrestleMania. It's gonna be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, live here on the EVP show. So just not that long. About 5 days away. We'll be live. We'll have 10 people on the screen and 2 people in the comments. And as of right now, it looks like they haven't made the Oscar official show. I guess if they don't do it Monday, then it's going to be a Raw after Mania, or who knows when the hell they're going to do it. WWE is hard to predict. I'll be there Wednesday night in the comments. Yeah. I have you and Wrestle Fanatic. I think he's going to be in the comments as well, predicting, and then there's going to be like at least 8 or 9 or 10 of us on camera as well. I have to go back and find the list because I've had so many tweets in between now and then. So yeah, there will be no Sunday scoops. The Sunday of WrestleMania, this coming up Sunday, 2 days from now. Make sure you guys tune in to Sunday Scoops. It'll be a live Sunday Scoop show before WrestleMania. I will not be doing a Sunday Scoop show April 19th because I will be doing a WrestleMania Night 2 recap show once the post show goes off the air. April 26th, Scoop will be back. Regularly scheduled program time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And I hope to start the debut premiere of LFG Season 3. It will kick off April 26th. At 10 p.m. Eastern on A&E, and I will be trying to try to cover the recap of each episode on each Sunday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern here on the EVP show. So we're almost 30 minutes into the stream, so we're gonna just kind of do things a little bit differently tonight. I'm not gonna go through like a super rundown of each particular move. I'll do some moves from some particular matches, but we're 30 minutes into the stream, And I haven't even gotten started yet. It's a 3-hour show. So tonight's WWE Smackdown, airing live April the 10th, 2026, from the SAP Center in San Jose, California. We're going to see the undisputed WWE Champion, American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, respond to the assault by the Viper Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. Plus, Royce Keys will be finally making his main roster debut tonight. He's also been on main event, dark match, and stuff like that, but he makes his main event. And that's my pick, which I've been talking about the WWE possibly doing the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for the last 3 to 4 weeks on Scoops. If you guys were in here and watching, because I felt like, because if somebody asked me if I felt like he would debut before Mania, I said no. So I was wrong on that. But he hasn't really gotten into a big storyline, and I think they did it the right way by like getting him on TV. I think he's gonna be my odds-on pick to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Also, I don't know who's gonna be in there, but they did advertise the go-home show for SmackDown next Friday, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They said you're gonna see Raw and SmackDown superstars that'll be live on SmackDown next week, and then the street fight with the MFTs and the Wild Six finally closing the chapter on that. Thank God. So, the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre vows to expose the real Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. WWE United States Champion looks for payback against Trick Williams and Lil Yachty. Eradicator Rhea Ripley will address WWE Women's Champion. Jay Cargill vicious attack on Io Sky. Have I been to Peru? I have not. Not been to Peru. Singles match. We're gonna get one half of Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, which will be in the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania, going for the tag titles against Charlotte Alexa. One half of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Bayley going 1-on-1 versus Alexa Bliss tonight. So the show opens up with Joe Tessitore welcoming us, where we get a shot of the exterior of the host venue, Allegiant Stadium, is then shown. While Tessitore knows that WrestleMania 2 is just 8 days away. Unbelievable. 8 days away, and the night one main event fucking sucks. We then get a video package recapping last week's episode of SmackDown, particularly Randy Orton promo with Pat McAfee attacking Cody Rhodes. We then head to the arena and we see Cody Rhodes entering the arena. He doesn't look happy. He is then stopped by SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, and he asked Nick Aldis, he said, "Where is Pat McAfee?" Aldis tells him Pat is not there yet, but he is on the way. Aldis then tells Cody that he has strict orders that he cannot put his hands on Pat McAfee. Oh, same storyline from last year from John Cena. Rinse and repeat. Jelly Roll then shows up and asks where Pat is, and Aldis tells him he knows that Jelly was hurt too. Aldis then walks away, and Jelly Roll tells Cody that he knows this is about him and Randy Orton, and this is about 20 years of history. And then he walks away. So Jelly Roll gets it. Like, this isn't about Jelly Roll. This isn't about Pat McAfee. This is about Randy and Cody. But unfortunately, TKO doesn't want it to be like that. So then Rhea Ripley's music hits. She makes her way down to the ring. Rhea congratulates Jade on finally using her brain to find her only weakness. Rhea then tells Jade it's not about physics or titles. She made it personal. Rhea then says she attacked her and Io Sky, and she needs Jade to come out so she can whoop her ass. Io Sky's music hits. I was expecting Jade, but Io Sky's music hits. She makes her way down to the ring. Io is dressed for a fight, even though she can barely lift her left arm. Rhea is confused by Io coming out. Io says she knows that Rhea is angry, so is she. Io then said Jade attacked her. Io then says she knows that Rhea will get Jade at WrestleMania, but she wants Jade Cargill tonight. So that will be the main event. Io Sky going up against the SmackDown Women's Champion Jade Cargill, and they are really booking Io weak right now. I mean, she wasn't supposed to beat Jade. I get that, but I mean, she's lost to Raquel a couple of times, and now she lost to Jade, which she wasn't supposed to pin Jade anyway. But Rhea says she trusts Io, but she isn't 100% after Monday. Rhea then asks if this is what Io wants. Io then says she is sure, and she will talk to Nick if she has to. Io then says she wants Jade tonight. Nick Aldison comes out, and he says he had something else in mind, and he won't let a good idea go away. Nick then says she got it, and it will be Io Sky against Jade Cargill in the main event. I don't know what the good idea Nick Aldis was talking about, unless they're doing a triple threat, but I don't know. So Bayley and Lyra then make their way down to the ring for the first match of the night, followed by Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. So this was a really good match. Obviously, we're in Bayley's hometown. So she was getting cheered. I'm not gonna go through move by move here. Obviously, Charlotte Flair gets involved. She starts hitting Bayley with her jacket. This was kind of a replica match of Monday, where will Triple H be fired? I would say probably so within the next 18 months. Alexa hits a chop. Like I said, this match was a very replica of what happened Monday when Bayley scored a pinfall victory over Lash Legend. Charlotte Flair ends up distracting Bayley enough for Alexa Bliss to get the 1, 2, 3. So going into WrestleMania, I don't know if there's going to be any more matches with it. We didn't see the Bella Twins tonight, but as of now, it's going to be there's just reports of Nia Jackson and Lash Legend defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And I just got blank on who the 14 was. That's so crazy. Nia and Lash, Bayley and Lyra, Charlotte and Alexa, and Nikki and Brie. There you go. But I don't know if Nikki's cleared yet. So it sounds like she is cleared and will be ready to go. But Alexa Bliss gets to win tonight. Just trying to check something. Trying to see where we get to the didn't want to miss the promo or sorry guys. I'm gonna go back and check. Okay. We're still good. I was making sure I didn't skip over the Nick Aldis. The Pat McAfee promo. Alright, so Alexa Bliss gets a win over Bayley, which gives Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair momentum headed into WrestleMania. So then take a look back at the WWE United States title match from last week, where Sami Zayn retained against Carmelo Hayes. Doesn't look like Carmelo is going to get added to this match. You see Matt Cardona with Carmelo Hayes, and he tells him that he has to wait. Matt then says it will take time to get that WrestleMania moment, and you will get it. Then we get Trick Williams and Little Yachty show up. Little Yachty was heavily involved tonight, but then he got haluva kicked. Going on Bentu, hey, Rhea was on Demon Mode tonight. I was shocked by Io losing the match, but I see Rhea winning the title at WrestleMania. Yeah, hopefully so. Yeah, I think Io has been booked pretty weak here the last few weeks. She's taken quite a bit of losses, so. But I didn't expect her to beat the world champion either, so. Yeah, it should be a good match. I'm expecting a big surprise there. Hayes, sorry, Lil Yachty shows Trick and Lil Yachty show up. Trick says all history aside, he thought Carmella would win. Carmella then says Trick is the reason why he lost the title. He then tells Trick to get out of his face so he can rehab his knee. Obviously, they're playing off that knee injury like I said they was, just so that maybe they have a way to say, oh, this is light off the card. Yachty then says Carmella can watch from the couch. Carmella then says he will be coming after Trick if he wins. Which, like I said, talked about on Scoop Sunday, I feel like this is going to be the big, huge feud going to the summertime. Trick and Carmella for the U.S. title. Trick then asks Matt what the hell he's looking at. Matt then says he's sick of the guests talking like they own this place. So Yachty then suggests a Trick face Matt tonight. Matt then says he likes the idea and he's going to talk to Nick Aldis. Shout out to 101 people watching live from the EVP show, my X account, or Talk It Up podcast. Make sure you give everyone affiliated with DWE, CO, head of the table, Miami the Great, and Unseen Blinghausen. Both halves of Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. Make sure you follow that on X and give them a subscription on YouTube. They will be live at, I believe, either 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow with DWE Radio. With their thoughts on shitty SmackDown tonight, and what happened on Raw Monday, and like getting ready for WrestleMania, and then also, Inside Miami does Inside the Mind, with Miami on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then like I said, DWE Radio tomorrow. And then they have the YouTube channel Talking About Wrestling Podcast. So if you want to get your voice heard, make sure you call in. They have a way where you can call in and speak in on the topic. If you want to get in there and talk shit about Pat McAfee. But good to see you, Ben, too, as always. Watching live on X. I'm not sure if you're subscribed to me on YouTube or not. Shava Groves tried to deserve a lot more. Yeah. Alright, so Drew McIntyre then cut the promo, said Jacob Fatu is a failure as a man and a failure as a father. Drew then says, we're in San Jose, your hometown, and your family is probably there tonight. Drew then said it was good to have Jacob with you over the last few years, but you are probably used to him here. We then see Drew in a jail cell. Drew then says, this is who Jacob is. Drew then said, you're a convict. Drew then said, you talk about him taking food off your family table and to look in the mirror. Drew then said, you did that. Drew then said, you chose a life of crime. Drew then said, your children need a father and you gave them a mug shot. Eat below there. Drew then said, you're stealing. Drew then said, you belong in this cage because you're an animal. Drew then says he will beat Fatu within an inch of his life and you can screw up again. Drew then says, you are going to end up here back in prison. Drew says, the system did not fail you. Drew said, you stole my title. Drew then said, you stole my WrestleMania. Drew then said, you're a liability but he is going to be the judge, the jury, and executioner of Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. So really good promo from the jail cell from McIntyre. So Jacob Fatu's in the back, looking on the monitor as Drew McIntyre is cutting his promo with Kathy Kelly. She asked him about Drew's comments. Jacob Fatu says they are live in the Bay Area. Fatu then says Drew will find out. Then Solo Sikoa shows up, which I was surprised about that. He wants to know what Drew will find out. He then says, "You aren't the only one with family in this area." He then says, "Anytime anyone brings up your past, it makes the family look bad." Jacob Fatu then tells Solo that they aren't doing this today. He says they can run this back in the future if he wants. Solo then asks if this is where he got his teeth knocked out. Was it right here? Was it right there? Was it right there? He then says, "Does anyone know who did it?" And it says, "It would be ashamed if it happened again." So then asks Tama, and Tama doesn't say anything. So was it Tama Tonga, the one that actually knocked his teeth out? Tama then says it is what it is. So then says he's going to talk to Nick. So Joe Tessitore then mentions Royce keys, and we get a video package on Royce. Royce says this is a city. Royce says it is a place where choice is a luxury. Royston says he was born in it. Royston says drugs and gang violence were all over East Palo Alto. Royston says his grandparents were not going to be a part of it. His grandparents were not going to let him be a part of it. Royston says they didn't have a lot, but they had each other. Royston says his grandmother let them dream. Royston said this is what he wanted to do. Royston said not a lot of people can make it out of here. Royston said this is all he's ever wanted to do, since this brings him peace and it motivates him. Royston said he refuses to be defined by where he's from. Royston says he will be defined by where he is going. Then we see Royce Keys walking in the backstage area for getting ready for his first match on the main roster live. Makes his way down to the ring for the next match of the night, and he is going to be going one-on-one with Los Garza's Berto. Match starts off with Berto sits in a waistlock, and he slaps Keys in the back of the head. They lock up. Berto sits in a solid headlock. Royce delivered a clothesline. Royce put Berto into a power slam. Then he had some punches in the corner. He charges into the corner, but Berto goes to the floor. The Angel Garza then distracts Royce Keys, and Berto pushes Keys into the ring post. Berto then hits a missile dropkick for a count of 2. Berto then punches Keys, and then chokes Keys in the corner and punches him from the turnbuckles, but Royce Keys then stops Berto. But Berto gets free. Keys then catches Berto off the turnbuckle and hits a fall-away slam. Royce Keys then hits a running power slam and hits a splash in the corner. Royce then puts Berto on the turnbuckles, and he delivers some forearms. Then Angel Garza tries to get up on the rope to interfere, and Royce Keys hits him with a huge clothesline, knocks him off the apron, and then Royce hits the spine buster for the 1, 2, 3. So Royce Keys has got his first win on the main roster, and in my opinion, I believe he wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal next Friday. So here we go. A vehicle then arrives at the building, and it is Pat McAfee. He is obviously comes out with a new shirt. Don't really remember what the shirt said. He's flipping the fans off. Obviously, he's got the cheap knockoff sunglasses. Nick Aldis greets Pat, and Pat makes sure that he told everyone. Pat then tosses his key to Nick like he's the valet. Obviously, the key hit the ground, so he takes the keys up and sticks them in Nick Aldis' pocket. Jelly Roll shows up, and he asks Pat if he told Randy to RKO him. Jelly then says he wants to know why Pat is even here. Pat then says it is bigger than you can imagine. He then calls him an outsider and says that Jelly doesn't belong here. Jelly then says Randy isn't here, so he will deal with Pat. Jelly then grabs Pat, but Nick Aldis pulls Jelly off. Nick then tells him to get his hands off him. Jelly even pushed Nick Aldis, and Jelly said, "Look, I don't work here. I don't work for you guys." Pat then calls Nick Aldis the foreign Adam Pearce and says he has to go save the business with Randy Orton. So then we see Cathy Kelly backstage with Royce Keith. Royce tells her that this is a long time coming. He gets to do this in front of his people. Bay Area, Frisco, San Jose, Vallejo, and all the way around the Bay. Royce says now that they take it around the world. So Sikoa then shows up and he tells Royce, long time no see. So then says they had some memories running around and he tells Keith that he runs SmackDown. So then says if there's anything Royce needs, his door is always open. So Sikoa trying to recruit Royce Keith into the MFT, which I don't think he's going to be able to do that. But that could be Royce's first big program after WrestleMania is Sikoa now. Pat McAfee's music hits. Let's go. Makes their way down to the ring. The fans then boo, and Pat says to cut the music. Pat then says, San Jose, what a shithole. Pat then gives them the finger, like I said, very vulgar. Pat then says it's crazy that they boo him because he is the hero in this entire thing. Pat then says they cheer for the spineless bombs like CM Punk. Then the fans begin to chant CM Punk. Pat then asked them if they liked what Punk said on Monday when he called him Pat McAfee. Pat then says that Punk was talking about a lot of people that were a lot more important, famous, and in shape than he is, and it was hard for him to get behind the fact that Punk was wearing a WWE jacket, and when he took it off, a WWE branded shirt. Patton says he has 283 things for sale, and when that TKO merch check comes through, which account does it go to? Patton says it doesn't go to the needy wrestling families that can't afford WrestleMania tickets, or does it go to the bank account titled "I'm sorry, Saudi Arabia"? That's what something CM Punk said. Patton says Punk is a fraud, like a politician. Patton says all talk, no action. Patton says a man who has the opportunity to change things, but he gets in the room, sits down, gets on his stomach, and rolls over like the little bitch that he is. Patton says he is a man of action and an agent of change. Patton says everything that Punk says Punk is, he actually is. Patton says when Punk mentioned tickets are too high, especially when Punk is one of the main events, he agrees with him. Patton says if it wasn't for Orton, why would anyone spend their money to watch WrestleMania? Patton says he decided to be their hero. He then calls one of the fans a fatso. He said he was going to slap one of them on one side of the face all the way around to the other side. Patton says even if they don't deserve it, he decided to help the fans out. Patton says he called Ram Trucks, the official sponsor for WrestleMania, and he asked them to pick up 25% of the bill to anyone who buys a WrestleMania ticket Saturday ticket, night one ticket from now up until Monday Night Raw will get 25% off your ticket. That is TKO completely fucking way behind on ticket sales. They're bumping it down another 25%. This shit is fucking hilarious, man. Patton says he wouldn't recommend anyone go to Sunday night show though. Patton says on Saturday, Randy Orton will save the business while winning his 15th world title. But he said do not go to Sunday's show because Saturday is where WWE's business will be saved by Randy Orton. Patton asked if they have ever won a Stanley Cup in San Jose. They have not. Patton says Randy will demoralize and pummel the puppet, who is the current WWE champion, and out comes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. His music hits, he interrupts, he makes his way down to the ring. Cody tells Pat that he is going to go out on a limb and say that he doesn't belong here. Cody then says he knows he can't touch Pat, but he can give. He said, "Let's go to the back. I'll get you a replica belt. You can go to the back. You can do your favorite wrestler's entrance and even get pyro." Cody then says he can go to the back, and whoever injected you into this, say thank you, Daddy. Cody then says the term play a wrestler never meant anything to him until he was under Randy Orton, hearing you spit out lines about the Attitude Era. Cody then says that was 30 years ago. Cody then says Randy debuted in 2002. Cody said Randy was in high school when the Attitude Era was around. Cody then said there was a promoter named Paul Bosch. Cody then says, you said IWC and Marks. Cody then said, you talked about making the business great again. Cody then says, do you know what Paul said about people who called them Marks? Cody then says, they are customers. Cody then says, when everyone you have is because of those customers and are happy to be a part of this, they are not Marks. They are customers. Cody then says whether it's the person at the airport or the people in the crowd tonight, they are not customers to him. Cody then says they are family. Cody then says Pat has a gift and it is not that kick. Cody then says for the century that pro wrestling has been around, they have never agreed on anything other than this. Cody then says for the first time ever, the entire fandom agree that they want to see Randy Orton and they do not want to see Pat McAfee. He then tells Pat to go home. Cody begins to act like he's going to get out of the ring. Pat then says he is home and he calls the people dipshits. Pat then says he was born for this business. Pat then says you were born into the business with a spoon in your mouth. He then calls Cody the fakest person in the world. Pat then says Cody is a cosplay champion and one he will rid the WWE universe along with Randy Orton. Pat then says he has a message for Cody and his inbred family, talking about the crowd. Pat then says if Randy doesn't walk out of WrestleMania as champion for the 7th time, he said this, guys. Which I don't know when he's going to be filming that movie. What I don't know. Sean said the other day, some sort of big, huge like film, like a TV series or something. But Pat says it for the 7th time. If Randy doesn't walk out of WrestleMania champion, you will never see or hear from him in this business ever again. Tulsa King. That's what Pat McAfee's going to be on. Cody then tells Pat, he said, look, listen, go ahead and take them shades off. Or is he too high to remember that you were standing on that table for the last 3 years, eating your brains out with Jey Uso? Cody then says, are you tired? Cody then said, do you want to take a nap? Which I posted the same exact shit on X. That we don't want you, Pat. Like, last time we saw you, you're getting fucking tapped. You get fucking went to sleep by Gunther. Cody said, if you're tired and if you want a nap, Cody said, let's get Gunther out here and put your ass to sleep once and for all. Pat then asked Cody, where is he going? Pat then says, you are an elite runaway artist. Pat then calls him Stardust and asks if he's going to lick Triple H's rear end. Cody then removes his jacket and vest, starts beginning to take off his tie while Pat asks him to dance for the stupid kid. Randy Orton is on the big screen. He gets Cody's attention. He says, maybe you're forgetting something. We then see Jelly Roll down in front of him. Randy then says, maybe you need to come back here to get your boy. Randy then says, no, I will bring him directly to you. Randy then drags Jelly Roll to the ring. Cody is then drawn to Jelly Roll as Randy goes to the back. Pat then comes up to Cody, and Randy hits Cody from behind and hits some European uppercuts. They then return to the ring and Randy hits some punches while Pat tries to do a Mizdow impression. Jelly Roll then makes his way to the ring, but Randy chokes Cody. Jelly then grabs Pat, and Randy hits a forearm to Jelly Roll to knock him off the apron before Jelly Roll can hit that choke slam on Pat McAfee. Cody then hits some punches, and Pat hits Cody from behind. Randy then hits the famous draping DDT to Cody. Pat then picks up the title belt and he hands it to Randy. Randy then hits Cody Rhodes with the title belt, and Pat McAfee kicks Cody Rhodes. We then see Pat and Randy walk to the back with the Undisputed Championship belt, and they are headed out of the arena. Pat says it feels like WrestleMania season because the focus is on Randy. Pat then says he is going to do something like Cody said as he drives away with the title belt. And in the background, you can see Aleister Black and Zelina Vega watching Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. We then take a look back at what CM Punk said on Raw this past Monday, where he talked about TKO, he talked about The Rock, he talked about Ari Emanuel, he talked about Roman Reigns, he talked about Pat McAfee. So we then see The Miz. He says he wants to know what's going on with Dan Engler because they should have been champions. Nick Aldis then says something took over the referee and he was cursed. Nick then says this is out of his scope of control. Kid Wilson then says there has to be consequences with Dan Engler. Nick then says he can put Kit in the ring with Danhausen unless he is worried about the curse. Miz then says there is no curse, and Nick Aldis walks away. So then Jacob Fatu makes his way down to the ring for the next match of the night with Tama Tonga. Not going to go through all of this match. Let's get toward the end because we're over an hour into the stream. Fatu hits a running hip into the corner. Starts to do this Jacob Fatu dance. Tama hits a flying clothesline and a pedigree for a count of 2. Phone's about to do it, and it did. This piece of crap phone. I don't know why it does this. Ridiculous. I need a new battery, I think. My apologies, guys. Anyway, alright, so where were we? Tama Tonga versus Jacob Fatu. So let's get to the end of the match here. Tama sets up for the cutthroat, but Fatu hits a super kick and a pop-up Samoan drop. Fatu then hits the double jump moonsault for the 1, 2, 3. And the winner of the singles match is the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. After the match, Fatu takes the mic and Drew attacks Fatu from behind. Drew then hits some kicks. Fatu fired back with a super kick, and Jacob Fatu charges at Drew, but he is met with a claymore. Drew then sends Fatu to the floor. Drew then sends Fatu's face first to the ring steps. Drew then gets a chair placed in the timekeeper's area. Drew then hits Fatu in the back with a chair. Drew then sends it in a front face lock, and he hits a future chalk DDT on the floor. Drew then unveils handcuffs for Fatu, which he didn't lock them all the way in. And he pulls Fatu into the ring post. Drew then sends Fatu in the ring post, and he punches Fatu with the other handcuff. He then puts the other cuff on Fatu and puts it over the ring post. Drew then kicks Fatu in the head, and he falls to the floor. Drew and Jacob Fatu, head is busted open like right here on the left side of the top of his head. Drew then asks Fatu how does it feel to be back in chains. Fatu then fires back with a headbutt to Drew, and he kicks him while against the ring post. Drew then hits him again with the claymore and starts delivering some punches. Drew then sends Fatu into the ring while officials try to stop him. Drew hits another claymore. Drew then whips Jacob Fatu with his belt. WWE officials finally get in the ring and break it up. So that is going to be on the first hour of night 1, WrestleMania on ESPN Live. Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu in a non-sanctioned match. All those questions, people are coming in here quick because I started the stream right after SmackDown. Maybe that's the way I need to start doing it instead of waiting 30 minutes after, because I'm way behind. We see R-Truth in his Lucy Lemonade stand. He talks about how to use the ESPN app. We also see Truth talking to Danhausen. We saw Danhausen on the first WWE Live match tonight. Danhausen says he will beat Kit Wilson and take over WrestleMania and the world. Damian Priest shows up, and they talk about how Truth was saying last week that he thought Danhausen was Oscar, and Truth said it was Priest. And they went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Really funny segment. We then hear a noise, and B-Fab is found down with Rhea Ripley standing over her. But where was Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill saw B-Fab. Well, she wasn't there for B-Fab, but she was there for Meechin. But she really didn't seem like super duper concerned with that. So, yeah. Rhea Ripley looks at Damian Priest and R-Truth and says, 1 down and 1 to go. Sami Zayn music hits. He makes his way down to the ring. Sami comments on the reaction and says it is time to nip it in the bud. Sami then says he hears it and the winds of the change are blowing. Sami then says Cody Rhodes told him he needs to change to get further ahead. Sami also said Randy told him to change and be more cutthroat to get ahead. Sami then says by the sound of it, it sounds like you want to see some change as well. Sami then says you need to understand his entire career. He's strived to give everything, to give something more than a t-shirt, a catchphrase, or a viral moment. Sami then says he has given himself. Sami then says some people are booing, but for a lot of people, it still means something. Sami then says that is who he cares about. Sami then says that is who he does it for. Sami then says he will never betray himself because that means betraying you. Sami then says for the ones who are booing, he doesn't know what he did. Sami then says it's okay because he says he doesn't care. Sami then says the moment he realizes true fans will have his back no matter what, all the pressure is off and the anxiety is gone. Sami then says whether you like it or not, in 9 days he will be walking into WrestleMania as champ. Will be walking out as champ as well. I believe that's on night 2. The lights go out, and then we get Trick Williams. Music hits, and he makes his way down to the ring with Little Yachty. Trick said he thinks the people are tired of hearing Sami Zayn talk. Little Yachty obviously has a gingerbread shirt on, which is fucking hilarious. Trick says the truth is the idea of having his first WrestleMania match against him makes him want to wash his hands with mouthwash. Trickton says Sami hates him and cannot stand him. Trickton says you don't think he doesn't deserve this opportunity? Trickton says he didn't take 20 years to get here, but he is the anointed one. Trickton says he will beat Sami's ass at WrestleMania. Trickton says everybody loves him. Sami then says they don't. Sami then says it takes a long time to build love. Sami says they like you and they have a crush on you. Sami says they are infatuated by you. But Sami says it's only because you're charming and you dress like a 1970s pimp. Sami then tells Trick to take off his sunglasses. Sami then says you can make all the jokes you want, but you're going to be in the ring with the WrestleMania main eventer. Sammy then says, they say you are the future, but you haven't shown him everything. Sammy then says, you will show if you can walk the walk or if you're just talk. The Yachty then says, you can take everything away from him, but that doesn't make Trick Williams. He then says there will be a new United States champion. So then Matt Cardona makes his way down to the ring for the next match of the night, which will be Matt Cardona going one-on-one with Trick Williams, with Lil Yachty in his corner, and Sami Zayn at ringside. So we're going to get down. Matt Cardona actually ended up hitting Chelsea Green's finisher tonight, which I thought was impressive. Matt sent over the top rope into the floor. Trick gets a clothesline. Trick pushes Sami, and he sends Matt back into the ring. Trick then looks at Sami, and Sami gets up, and he tells Trick to come to the floor. Little Yachty then pulls Sami off the apron, and Sami hits a massive haluva kick to Little Yachty. Trick then has a shocked look on his face, and Matt goes for a roll-up, doesn't get the pinfall, and Trick immediately hits a trick shot for the 1, 2, 3, with Trick Williams getting the win tonight over Matt Cardona. So then we take a look back at the contract signing segment from Raw between Wwe and Brock Lesnar, and one of the matches that I'm definitely looking forward to, WrestleMania. So Danhausen makes his way down to the ring. This was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think Danhausen's fantastic. Kit Wilson accompanied by The Miz. Match starts off with Danhausen hitting a drop kick, followed by a Northern Light suplex. Kit then hits some right hands. They send Danhausen to the ropes. Danhausen then rolls to the outside, and he poses with The Miz. He puts his arm around him, but The Miz thinks it's Kit. Miz then looks back at Danhausen, backs away. Kit then goes to the outside, and he hits a flying elbow to the face. Kit then sends Danhausen back into the ring. Kit then hits a running elbow, and he goes for the cover, but Danhausen kicks out at 2. He grabs Danhausen, but Danhausen hits a jawbreaker. Kit then jumps off the ropes. He hits a clothesline. Miz then tells him to go up top. Kit then climbs up top rope. Danhausen sits up, and he says, "You are cursed." And then the pyro hits him. Fucking Kit Wilson falls crotch first down onto the top rope. Miz then gets on the ring apron. Danhausen pokes him in the eyes. And then Danhausen then hits a kick to the face for the 1, 2, 3. He just hit Kit Wilson with that double curse to get the 1, 2, 3. After the match, the Miz gets in the ring behind Danhausen, acting like he's going to attack him, and the lights go out. They then come back on, and we see Danhausen running outside, almost to Gorilla. So then we head to the back again, and we see Jade Cargill, and she's looking for Meechin. She asks for Meechin. She sees Meechin laid out. So the 2 people that Rhea Ripley has laid out. Jade asks her what happened, and Meechin tells her it was Rhea Ripley. She said, "Bet." It is announced that next week, live on the SmackDown, the night before WrestleMania, and 4 hours before the Hall of Fame ceremony, we'll see the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and the Wives will face the MFTs in an 8-man street fight. So then we go to the back. We see Io Sky in the back, and Rhea Ripley asks her if she is good. Rhea says she might have taken out the other 2, but she left Jade for her. Io then tells Rhea to stay in the back so there are no distractions. Rhea then tells Io to leave a little for her for WrestleMania. So then Io Sky makes her way down to the ring for the main event of the night, followed by the undisputed Women's SmackDown champion, Jade Cargill. Match starts off with both women locking up, and Io hits a dropkick. Io then goes for a headlock takedown, but Jade throws her. Jade then goes for a splash, but Io moves out of the way. Io then goes to the top ropes. Jade hits a shoulder tackle. Jade then hits a power slam. She goes for cover, but Io kicks out. Io goes to the ropes and hits a drop kick. Jade then falls to the outside of the ring. Io goes for a suicide dive, but Jade hits a right hand. Io then gets Jade on her shoulder, and she drops her on the apron. Jade then Irish whips Io into the ringside barrier and then sends Io back into the ring. Jade poses on the apron as she returns to the ring. Io then hits some punches. Jade then hits a back elbow and she gets a near fall. Jade sends Io into the turnbuckle and she kicks Io many times. Jade then chokes Io in the rope. Jade gets suplexed. She goes for a pinfall and gets count of 2. Jade then hits a hard Irish whip and she does some push-ups. Like it's easy work. Io then hits some forearms back to Jade, hits a boot to the head. She goes for a crossbody, but Jade goes for a slam and Io countered with a DDT. Jade then misses a boot. Io hits a back elbow and a show tie. Jade then hits an Irish whip and Io goes to the apron. Io then drops Jade's arm on the top rope and Io hits a missile drop kick. Io then sets up for a running double knee strike and she delivers it. Io then goes for the moonsault, but Jade hits a forearm to the back. Jade then goes for a press slam, but Io countered into a rear naked chokehold. Jade then backs Io into the corner twice. But Io reverses into a roll up for a count of 2. Jade then avoids a kick. Jade hits a blue thunder bomb for a count of 2. Jade then sets up for a choke slam, but Io countered with a victory roll and a double stomp. Jade then goes to the floor and Io goes for the side moonsault and hits it. Io then sends Jade back into the ring, but Jade rolls back to the floor. Io decides to run across the ring over the top rope and she hits a show tie. But Jade sends Io's face first into the ring steps with the wheelbarrow move. Jade then hits a bicycle kick. She throws Io Sky back into the ring. She hits a bicycle kick. She erupts raw. And she picks Io Sky up for Jaded for the 1, 2, 3. Jade Cargill has defeated the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky. After the match, Jade grabs a chair. Rhea Ripley media kits. She makes her way out. Rhea then gets in the ring and both women are face to face. Jade then throws a chair to the outside of the ring and Jade leaves the ring. Jade then walks to the back as the show comes to a close as Rhea is checking on Io Sky. So what are it's really hard to tell what they're doing here. Like, it's been highly rumored by every major outlet out there that they were gonna do Io and Asuka. Obviously we saw Asuka's promo on Raw. Io answered it back on X. Now they put Io into a match with Jade. I mean, I don't think they're going to possibly put Io into this match. I don't think that would make a lot of sense. But this is pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I've kind of expressed my distaste for this whole Pat McAfee situation. I don't think tonight was any better. I don't think The Rock's involved. I think The Rock is only going to be involved in this Roman Reigns storyline. CM Punk's the one that called The Rock out Monday. Cody Rhodes didn't say anything about The Rock this week. So, I don't know. I think TKO has Pat McAfee out there acting like The Rock. But we'll see. 8 days, the only time will tell. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to everyone from DWE, as I've already mentioned. Make sure you follow Talk It Up Podcast, Miami the Great, Final Boss Baby, Director Red, World of Greg, and After Sun Podcast. Make sure you give a subscription to Talk It Up Podcast and to After Sun Podcast on YouTube. Also, everyone affiliated with Gimmick Table Media. If you guys go back and watch the stream, make sure you hit that like button on the stream. I see a lot of YouTube comments, so make sure you guys go back and spam that like button. It really helps my stream out. Now the interview with Mona, I got close to 100 views, but Raw and NXT was really low. So, and Raw was a really good show. So, shout out to Raymond. Stampede, as always. It was a train wreck. Shout out to DWE Content for reposting the stream. Shout out to Sean, Gus Bus. I'll see you and Stampede Wednesday night, and Raymond for the WrestleMania prediction show, 7 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to Peter Anthony Fernandez. 25% off Rock at WWE Bargain. Ben Pat McAfee. Shout out to BSN. Good to see you in the stream. I haven't seen you here in a while. Hope you're doing well. Let's see if there's anybody else I'm leaving out. Shout out to CJD06303. Hi, EVP, CJ, and everyone. Good to see you. And shout out to Bintu, as always. Shout out to 146 people that's been here live for the SmackDown recap. We have one more Raw and one more SmackDown before we get to WrestleMania, guys. Once again, I will not be doing a Sunday Scoop April 19th. So if you guys want to catch the last Sunday Scoop, you're going to tune in Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 2 days, for the Sunday night scoops with the EVP, because Sunday night, April 19th, I will only be doing a WrestleMania Night 2 recap show starting April 26th. Sunday Scoop will return to regular scheduled time and program at 6 p.m. Eastern, but also will be the season debut and premiere of LOT Season 3 that will start at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time here on the EVP show. So this is pretty much it for me, guys, for our SmackDown recap. I think it's trash. I think WWE sucks right now. I'm looking forward to, there are several matches I'm looking forward to when it comes to WrestleMania, but I am not looking forward to, Cody is my guy, but I am most certainly not looking forward to Cody and Randy. This is WrestleMania last year, and just all written all over again, but way worse, in my opinion. I mean, nah, I'm not going to say way worse because Travis Scott was absolutely shit. So I think this is better, but it's like, I don't know. Both are bad. So appreciate you guys tuning in to the April 10th edition of the SmackDown recap show. I'm going to go ahead and go to my outro, tell you guys where you can find me on my socials, what I have coming up for the rest of this weekend, which I don't have anything tomorrow. Make sure you tune in to DWE Radio live on Spotify, the radio that's not on the radio. Spotify, Twitch, and YouTube on the Talk It Up Wrestling YouTube channel. Also their Twitch channel, and also on Spotify as well. And it'll also be on Twitter, I believe, as well. So make sure you tune in to that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the outro, and I'll be back, guys.
Wrestling has more than one royal fan.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go, show recaps prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to our SmackDown recap live here on the UVP show. Make sure if you go back and watch the stream, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. And if you watch the stream tonight, make sure you hit that like button. It definitely helps me, helps my channel, helps the algorithm for my YouTube channel. So where you can find me on my socials, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. But if you're looking for me on X, I will tell you all three of the platforms we're going to give you. My YouTube channel is pinned to all of those platforms. But if you're looking for me on X, you can find me at EVPCJP, on Instagram at EVPCJP, also on TikTok at Brady the Goat, DA Goat 21, not THE, at Brady the Goat 21. All of my YouTube My YouTube, like if you go to my Twitter, my X, if you're following me, my YouTube is pinned at the top. If you guys know anybody, if you guys have friends and family that enjoy a lot of wrestling content, whether it comes from WWE, NXT, LFG, prediction shows, recap shows from prediction shows, LFG, one day perhaps maybe AEW, like the Sunday Scoop Show seems to be really popular on here. Interviews from time to time. Send them that link. I mean, it is pinned at the top of my X page. It's also in my bio on my business account page on Instagram. I don't have it on Threads yet for Instagram, but it's also in my bio on TikTok. So please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, if you're not already subscribed, and if you're looking for it, it's on all three of those platforms. Make sure you send it to your friends, and you can see it at the top of my page. Please retweet it for me. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 200 subscribers before WrestleMania. I'm at 215 and moving strong toward 300. That's the ultimate goal next, guys. So appreciate that. Appreciate the 146 people watching live. If you want to follow me live, like I said, or subscribe to me on YouTube and you can't find me, go to the search bar and type in at the EVP show. What I have coming up next for you guys, tomorrow I am off. No stream. Tomorrow will be my last off day for quite a few days. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'll be tuned in to DW Radio. The radio is not on the radio. It will be live on Talking Up Wrestling Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and also on Spotify. I believe it's at 4 p.m. Eastern. That will be with Miami the Great, the CEO of DWE, and the COO of DWE, Final Boss Lady, with 2 B's, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you have anything you want to call in and comment on this Pat McAfee situation, it's not going to be the mystery call that Pat McAfee was, but you can be a better mystery call than Pat McAfee. Call in on the DW radio show. Tune into that tomorrow. I will be off. I will not be streaming. But you can catch me live Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for episode 17 of Sunday Night Scoop with the EVP. It will be my last Sunday Night Scoop show before WrestleMania 42. There will be no Sunday Scoop show on the 19th. Monday night, I'm back at 11 p.m. Eastern for your last Raw before WrestleMania and your Raw recap show. Tuesday night, you can catch me live at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for your NXT recap show. It is NXT Revenge Week 1. Ola Vice defends the NXT Women's Championship against JC Jane, and Tony D'Angelo will defend the NXT Championship against All Ego Ethan Page. Wednesday night, catch us live. Set that notification bell and tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern as me and 9 others on camera, 2 in the comments. We do the WrestleMania 42 prediction show live Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Then after that, Thursday night, I'm back live at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time for your TNA recap show. And then catch me live next Friday night is your Go Home Smackdown show right before WrestleMania for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and the street fight between the MFTs and the Wyatt Six at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. I know it's going to run into the Hall of Fame, but we're going to get through it. You can put the Hall of Fame on record, watch it afterwards. 11:30 p.m. Eastern next Friday on the EVP show SmackDown recap. Next Saturday night, as soon as the post show ends, I have it set for 11 p.m. But if it ends way earlier and I can go live earlier, I will hit that live button. So somewhere in between 10:30 and 11 p.m. Saturday night, you can catch the WrestleMania 42 Night 1 recap show. Same thing for Sunday night. Come back as the dust settles, as WrestleMania is fully completed. As soon as that last post show concludes and it goes off the air, you can catch me live at between 10:30 and 11 p.m. Eastern Sunday night for the WrestleMania Night 2 recap show. That being said, guys, That is it. I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Make sure you tune in to DW Radio tomorrow. I sure will be. So I can get them hot takes on SmackDown tonight and Raw and what's headed toward WrestleMania. But I will see you guys Sunday. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. This is the last scoop. I'm telling you again, the last scoop before WrestleMania. Make sure you tune in Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday night scoops with the EVP. As we will be covering NXT, Revenge, WrestleMania, LFG, and any other topics you guys want to talk about. That being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. See, I will hopefully see most of you guys tomorrow on DW Radio. But if not, if I don't see you there, I will be back live Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday night scoops with the EVP. I am the EVP from the EVP show, the golden boy of DWE, and DWE is the place to be. You guys be safe out there. Have a happy weekend. I will see you guys back here on the EVP show Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern for Sunday night scoop with the EVP. Good night, everyone.